Welcome to Dungeon Damsels, everyone.
What?
This is our 5e homebrew game run by me, Tiffany, your dungeon master. So let's do intros.
Alright, I am Luna, and I have a lot of HP, and I'm proud of that.
Hey, living your best pally life.
Yeah, I got tough, so now I have 100 HP.
Oh.
Exactly.
Snap.
A bit of a min-maxing.
Maybe, yeah? Especially emphasis on the min. The min adds flavor.
Then Michael.
Hi, I'm Ellie, our resident druid, and I got half of that HP, and I'm feeling proud of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me at RoboSardi on Twitter and Instagram. I do art, and sometimes I do art for this channel.
Yeah, he did the logo.
Yeah.
And Kristen.
Me! Hi! I'm Kristen. I play Kalia. She's part cleric, part monk, 100% doing her best. I'm on Twitter at Starry Sunset. And good luck finding me.
What do you do?
What do? I do this.
And who did you have to kill for that handle?
Thank you. We'll leave it at that.
Serena.
Hi, I'm Serena. I play Kiara, who plays the drums in the band. I'm kidding. She's a drow eldritch knight, and you can find me and all of my chaotic arting, if I update ever again, at Pixiepocalypse on Twitter and Slothy Claws on Instagram.
Hey.
Hey.
Alright, we'll just jump into it. Okay, there's a tense moment as the group of you all stand around the corpse of Avelios and watch it fizzle into ash. Ellie, you know when Briotriact is near, as you see her hover over Chianthi like a living cloak and smile with glee, almost, as the spirit of Avelios is absorbed by Chianthi and in turn by her. And he lies still.
And we wait for him to come back.
I mean, if he came back as a dragon, what else can he come back as?
You don't know. But then the land rolls with a ripple of movement, and the air begins to hum. Everyone needs to make dexterity saves.
Oh man, started off hot.
Here we
Deck save. Deck save.
I'm feeling confident with my 19 HP. That's a natural 2.
I got 17. Anyone within 10 feet of me, you get +5.
That's plenty.
I think I'm within 10 feet of you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
I am, but it's not gonna matter too much.
I rolled a 19 plus 2 plus 5, so that is
Good.
math.
Yeah.
It's like anyone with a 9.
I rolled, so with Luna's bonuses, I rolled a 9.
Ah.
Yeah, they're...
Oh.
Yeah, anyone with a 9 fails. You take some bludgeoning damage, about 6. Then
Gotta catch 'em
the
all.
rest of the party is shaken, and 2 fall over. So Deirdre is not Dexy, so she falls over, and so does Theron, our resident asthmatic.
Oh, poor guy.
Then, as quickly as it came, the quake is gone. You stand and look around and see your party members gathering themselves. You look around and see the gnarled, thorny trees of the Shadowfell coil around you. This clearing seems to have lost its ability to
Feels like home.
be a haven now that the trees of the druid gods were felled. The area is still unpleasant, but nothing else seems to be stirring. So, make your nature checks now. First for fun.
Yeah.
Perception checks?
Nature.
Hans doesn't smell anything, does he?
Hans is quiet.
Hans.
He's not acting.
I think I perceive everything with my 6, and nature is
Intelligence?
3.
Yeah, it's intelligence.
I got 9.
I got 17.
Hey,
I perceive the world.
Finally.
I got a 9 as well.
I'm rolling
Nice.
really good on my nature, doing druid stuff like I should.
Okay.
I rolled a 21.
Okay.
Yes.
So you look around, you see just the upheaval of the earth. You don't see a creature.
Is that natural seismic
Yeah,
activity?
so you just, think it's a normal seismic natural thing. There's nothing to indicate otherwise. It's Shadowfell, so it's a strange place. Maybe this is a normal occurrence in the Shadowfell.
I'm more uncomfortable than I usually am now that Hans is my friendly backpacker, or just slightly more comfy.
Would Ellie know about the Shadowfell?
Ellie might know something about the Shadowfell. You can make, what will that fall under?
Arcana?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Ooh, okay.
I'll give you some guidance, because I'm sure I might have heard something maybe in my past life as well that
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I maybe some of my ancestors / descendants.
Oh, okay. 16.
You look around and see that the Shadowfell and the Feywild are this is kind of how you feel, actually. It's it's an intuitive thing. If they feel like they're two halves of the same coin, they kind of exist codependently. So you're dipping into the Shadowfell isn't too crazy of an idea. If they are essentially the same plane. You also see that there are parts of the material plane that are kind of leaking in. And you recognize certain plants. Think of it like watercolors. One end you have one color, say blue, and the other end of the canvas is red. And when you mix the two, you get varying hues of purple. So you're in the purple. The trees acted as this kind of anchor to the material plane. And now that the trees are dead, the area is unstable. And things are just blurring together, and you don't know what will happen.
Whoa.
After that moment, while Ellie is, determining this, Ellie, Kayanthi, your sword hums in your hands and slowly starts to wind down. And so does your adrenaline rush as your body sways under the weight, your own weight, and lethargy blackens the sides of your vision and locks your body with everything that is going on. You sort of tense up. And almost fall over. Erevan firmly holds you to his side as you recover, but the power of the sword and absorbing the dragon soul has worn you out. You take a point of exhaustion.
Am I able to speak?
Yeah, in 6 seconds you can collect yourself.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, so being a vessel of Brioche takes a lot out of you, and additionally you were basically a sieve for the soul of an ancient dragon that was just beyond your comprehension. So you shudder on a spiritual level by just the sheer magnitude that stands between your mortal soul and the soul of this dragon and the presence of a goddess.
Okay.
So basically it's a lot.
I mean, that was monstrous, so yes.
There is a subtle wind that...
Write that down, thank you. Thank you for giving me consequences, they were lovely.
Oh, I do love my consequences. There is a subtle wind that blows by, and from the ashes of Velios you can see a locket glinting.
I grab it. No, I don't know. Am I closest?
Are you the closest? Are you?
Sure.
I don't think so.
Whoever's closest,
Think
grab it.
Ellie.
I'll grab it if I'm closer, but it doesn't matter.
Me touch dragon carcass, sure.
You reach down into the ash remains. The object within the ash pile is the amulet that Abelios had around his neck. The amulet is wooden, with a cord made of fine silk. Upon inspection, you see that the wood is made of apple tree, and set into the wood is a bluish-white, uncut celestite. Around the wooden edges there are spells in Primordial and in a language you don't know, but some of the symbols are similar to Undercommon.
None of it's abyssal, is it?
No, it's not abyssal.
Okay. I can see the Sylvan, I can see the abyssal, I can see common and undercommon, but...
I know Primordial.
Hey. Party.
Yeah. If you want, you could pass it to me.
Yep.
Yeah, so you turn it over in your hand, look at it, and examine the Primordial markings, and Primordial doesn't translate super well to begin with because fundamentally the ideas are represented differently, but basically you get bound, unground, and bind.
So is something bound to the amulet? Or like what's the stone that is being bound?
You are not entirely sure, but you can feel free to make an Arcana check.
Sure. I'm about it.
Can I make an Arcana check on Telestate?
Sure.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
I rolled a 6 in all for Arcana and Celestite. As far as I know, it's really good for my Amazon shopping cart and giving me a 2% deal. A discount.
Yeah, you pretty much know that Celestite is just used in spells. That's about it.
Not the soul, is it? Huh?
It's not his soul, is it?
Oh, hopefully not. I'm gonna break it.
Get our hammer.
We have things to smash.
You, and I suppose your PCs wouldn't know, but apart from Ellie, that Kayanthi absorbed the soul for Briochuck to keep. So you can relatively determine that it's probably, if there is something in it, it's probably not his soul.
Can I cast Detect Magic on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You cast Detect Magic, you examine it, and you can determine that it's a magical item, but it's, like, inactive, essentially. Like, it's in, like, sleep mode. Deirdre comes over and looks at it, says, "Oh, well, do you mind if I look at it?"
Yeah, sure, go for it.
So she pulls out...
Someone who does research.
Yeah. Actual researcher. So she pulls out like a jeweler's lens and examines it. You can see her excitement. She's trying to contain it as she's big grin.
Now is not the time to be happy, but
And she casts her own identify on it, and then pulls out another lens to,
Be
a
careful.
thicker lens to examine it, muttering, "What an elaborate piece. Kinda wish I hadn't killed him now." Huh. She explains that this is a phenomenal piece because Avelio successfully merged two fundamentally different magics together. Then she says, "Well, I think I know what it does. This amulet takes souls, or energy, actually would work too, and stores it inside the locket. Then upon death, it automatically releases the energy of the said soul to make a new body for the host. In this case, as she traces her finger along the markings. In this case of Elios, so that... anyway, that's why he was able to reincarnate after we had killed him the first time.
Oh, snap.
So he's not dead yet?
Oh, no, he's quite dead. There's no soul inside currently. She points at it, see how it's white?
Right.
No.
So we don't have to go break in something else. That's rather nice.
No, you don't.
But
No,
he's
no.
That's
It's,
considerate of him.
she just kicks the ass. Might have been brilliant, but good riddance. I hope it doesn't come back.
I can hope so.
Cheers.
Cheers, yes.
Kiara says cheers and then looks around and then decides now's probably the time to go make sure Kian is okay.
Oh, yeah, you can look for Kian.
I think he popped out of the woodwork a little bit and he's like, "Oh man, that was awesome!"
Yeah, he's easy to
Totally
find.
wicked.
He's scurrying on over.
Is that good?
He looks at the dragon ash pile. There's some bones that are still kind of melting or disintegrating. And then he looks at the trees and, bursts into an excited retailing. And, "Wow, you caught fire from your hands and you flew in the sky and you were running on a horse. And it was really awesome." And then after that, while he's going on this spree, there is a cracking sound as the final crystal that you didn't break shatters. And out steps this human guy. The human male he has blonde hair and tan skinned, and he's built pretty well. He's athletic. Says, "Hi, I'm Lucian.
Hi, Lucian.
I'm their childhood friend." He gestures at the Meliomnes.
Hello.
Basically adopted me. So
do you have like dark magics, or are you also a druid, or?
Well, I trained to be a guard at the estate, since Velios kept them there at one point, but eventually set them away and kept me in a dungeon as collateral to keep Theron and Aravan to, good and behave, and he gives a thumbs up, but now I'm free, so thanks for that. That was great. And then he awkwardly gives all of you a big bear hug and says,
Pretty fit for a vacation, aren't you now?
Oh, yeah. Huh. Definitely want to go to like a beach or something.
Well, we have to get out of this place first.
Yeah.
That's
Or
good to
maybe
hear that we were able to help you out and get you free.
Or maybe there's beaches in the Feywild.
Yeah, if you're into the Feywild, sure, you can stick around as long as you like.
Looks around and nods. Like, oh, well, I mean, all things considering, it's better than a crystal.
Bro, that's nice.
He's just in a state of, I'm glad to be alive, and anything is better.
I
think you'd get along with your brother, just like
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm still like clutching my side from like the encounter that we had, and I'm just like, ha ha ha. And I like turn towards like Luna. I'm like, he's rather chipper for being imprisoned and basically being in a dungeon with this necromancer dragon for who knows how many years.
Luna just kind of like looks Ellie up and down and be like, "Yeah, yes he is," and just kind of pats her shoulder again and gives you another 15 HP.
Yeah,
I'm feeling better too.
You think that chipperness feeling might be relief?
So Lucian goes over and greets the Meliamnes, and they, he's excited to see Nualia. They talk for a little bit, and they just kind of fall into conversing and reconnecting. And then, mid-conversation, Arrogant says, "Shut up! I'm getting a message." Kind of makes that face where like you're shocked, a little bit shocked to get something. And Aravan talks back aloud, and he says, "Okay, good to know. I'm stuck in the Feywilds with my friends. Can you help? Also, my father is dead." And he looks to the group. "Okay, well, news. Mom woke up from her coma, so that's good." Nualia nods. "Yeah, that makes sense." And Theron frowns. "How?"
How are you feeling about that?
"Oh, yeah, Mom is like a big-time sorceress, by the way." And everyone just sort of goes, "What?" "Yeah, why do you think Daryl Pops bothered marrying a human? She's from a long line of hidden time mages, or chronomancers, I think. But the thing is, it only passed from female to female, so she used her magic to take away my magic abilities." And she pulls out her daggers. "So I tried to do other things after I was sent away. Anyway, Mom also sealed away Tarina's powers. Maintaining the spell to hide our powers took so much energy from her that it put her in a coma. And I only found out that after I was also kicked out of the house. So when Trina left this plane, died. When her banshee spirit died, I guess the spell broke, and she woke up. Yeah. The Vermeers took Mom to their homestead in the Arcanic Empire, and Riakard just messaged me and informed that she was up. Nualia pops up and says, "Yeah, a lot of Vermeer taught me how to shoot a bow and survive and stuff, but I don't know what happened to her if she's now with Riakard."
As soon as she mentions Alana, I just go, "Oh."
Awkward.
Just kind of why don't... Do you have mages?
I don't know who that is. Kiara just stares at her tidbit. I don't know who that is.
Dove into a portal and then never got back to us about it.
So you've seen her?
So we haven't seen her recently.
We just know she started in Toril, and I think she was following was it a devil or a demon?
Yeah, basically she was tracking two demons, made a deal, double-crossed them, had a fight, and then during the fight she was accidentally taken over into the Borokovar. Nualia listens and goes, "Huh, well, we'll put a pin in that one."
Definitely the pin is superseded by getting out of here, I imagine. Got a lot of pins on that board.
Yeah.
Yeah, so while you're settling down, recovering, the Viliamne kids kind of just discuss amongst themselves what their next steps are going to be. Theron is apprehensive about being mom.
Oh, no.
And Erevan and Nualia are like, well, we got to figure out the estate first, so it's okay. We'll do that first. And then in the distance, you can hear a bark.
It's our blink doggo.
Come here, baby!
Blink.
Come here!
There is a
Good doggo.
rustling of leaves as the barking grows louder and louder. Lucian looks around, pretty concerned. Then a purple blink dog leaps out from the brush and jumps onto Lucian. She immediately licks him and begins to wag her tail excitedly and the little dog dance as she jumps around. Oh, why hello. Who's this?
This is Piper. She's one of our volunteers for guiding the children to
The children?
Elendril village. So there, thanks, Elendril. Elendril, yeah.
Legend.
Yeah, Eladrin.
Oh, she's pretty excitable.
Play fetch with her. She loves it. Her, them, he, they.
Sure. You
Yes.
hear Targi calling. Piper, time to come back. Did you find the girls? And there's this, again, crunching of leaves, and in the distance you can hear Targi calling over and over, and Piper then looks to you and barks. Ellie, you know she's saying come, so you run into Targi with all the kids who are just sort of like hanging on his limbs, and some of them are better at hiding than others. Some of them look a little green from the motion sickness. And then Chewie and Maka poke their heads out from the folds of the leaf beard. Yay, you're back!
Oh.
Blends right in with the leaves.
You see Rashad, who's like the builder kid, sort of rolls off Targi's beard and onto the ground like a little puddle of a child, and then flops on the ground. I think I want to walk myself. Moss is crying, and Jinta wearily pats her back. Oh, is Kian okay? And you are now reunited with your full group of 17 individuals. Party of Piper, Targi, Maka, Tui, Jinta, Rashid, Moss, Kian, Lucian, Nualia, Theron, Erevan, Deirdre, Kayanthi, Luna, Ellie, and Kiara. For a total of 17 people.
We got a little village walking, huh?
Yeah.
Yep, we got our own village.
Indeed
No one's
you
gonna
do.
mess with us.
Fantastic.
Yeah, do you want to set up camp here?
How
How
far
late
away
is
is...
it?
Yeah.
You still have about a half a day.
And it's getting dark, and the Shadowfell are out.
It's already morning, actually.
Okay. So,
Okay.
Yeah, you've been out all night, because you went to the mansion, and then you ran into Avelios,
oh,
and then you killed him, so...
been partying all night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other plane I would want to just power through, but
Yeah, not here. I agree. Perhaps it's time we just rest for
And
long.
level
Yeah,
up.
we had a long day.
We fought a dragon like twice.
Kara
We
looked
were
about.
attacked by
Kara looked about to power through, and then noticed like one of the kids is like, please help me stop. And it's like, maybe.
We were attacked by Luna's house. I was attacked by Bread. We were attacked by a dragon. And a lot of things just have it out for us.
We made Greenpeace angry.
Yeah, so, easily enough, you just, you can find a clearing in the Feywilds, and you put up a camp, and you put Targi at, like, one end, and then set up your bedrolls, and make sure all the kids are okay, and tuck them in, and so you are able to lie down and, take your rest. Describe, Luna, what does it look like? Does she have a nightly routine that she does? What's that like?
Yeah, she probably does like have a cream or something that she puts on her face.
Yeah.
Or a serum. But and I think she does like just her bedroll probably does have like one of those like attached pillows. That's nice. Other than that, then she goes and prays to her ancestors or descendants now. This is really weird for her.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, my brother, my family.
Ancestors?
Disesters? Ascendant sounds a little better.
Ascendants. Sounds like transcendence. Yeah.
Ah.
But yeah, so I prayed my ascendance.
I mean, you're more Luna than Linnea,
Okay.
so... Yeah, you lay down, you slough your armor off, the beautiful sky above you, and you drift to sleep. You dream of the daffodil meadow, where you see many shining faces glisten in the warm dream light. Luna, we're proud of you. Ancestors gather around you, decestors gather around you, and express excitement and laud you. Kira smiles and winks at you. Lioness claps her back. Good job, kid. Doing us proud, kid. I mean, you killed a dragon.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, that was pretty awesome.
I know.
Like, when you came in with your rapier and just taught me to just stab the dragon in the back a couple times, then just finish it off with a moonbeam, and just clap. Good work. Okay, I never went around. Just was like, yeah, that was good. Yes, clapping. You're doing well with your tenants. Indeed. And apart from that, Avelios has pretty much always been a pain. Even back in my day. Glad that ancient hack was finally kicking the bucket.
Do I remember him?
Sought sanctuary with him, and he said no, so this guy sucks.
Sorry,
Oh yeah, he was mean to, like, everyone.
A lot of energy to be terrible for that long.
Yeah.
So then Lioness approaches you again, and he stills the crowd. Well, we think you're ready for some training. And after that, these two women approach you, and one says, "Hi, I'm your great aunt Maple."
What?
I mean, Maple, sorry. They're Lioness's siblings, I think?
Maple and Astrid, I think.
Yeah, he had two sisters, so this is one of them, and then she found this super cool lady that she wanted to be with, so here they are, and they're both lithy and athletic. Yeah, and you remember them as Linnea.
My girls! My daughter and daughter-in-law.
Yes, as Linnea, you remember them fondly, they're very funny. And as Luna, you remember them from the funeral vision.
What's cute is you get to call them your dotties for short.
Yeah.
Aw. You remember Maple and how you taught her yourself in a vague memory of Linnea's? Maple spins the rapier in her hands and grins. Hey, I got a few tricks I can show you. And the rapier quickly turns into a scimitar as she flicks that around and says, we should brush up on curved blades too. We can't have you embarrassing us now, can we? After that, her wife Serena approaches you with books in both arms.
Oh boy.
So, she's a petite brunette with green eyes. Well, we better get started, Luna. There's a lot to cover here. You get started with your lessons with Maple and hammer out footwork, and after that, we will shift our attention over to Ellie. Hello, this is Tiffany, your DM. Thank you so much for listening to Dungeon Damsels. We really appreciate all your support. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That really helps us out. And if you're interested, we also have a Patreon as well as a podcast version of our show. You can find it on Spotify, TuneIn, Podcast, Podbean, and pretty much anywhere where podcasts are. Thank you again so much, and we hope to hear from you soon.